Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. In the first update of the day, we have some recent training footage from Big Ramy. Ramy is in the United States, staying with Dennis James, working very hard going into this year's Mr. Olympia, looking to capture that third Olympia title. And pretty much everyone has Ramy retaining the title. I hear a few people here and there that go with Brandon Curry, maybe a few that go with Heidi Chupin. But as long as Ramy is in condition, he will be very hard to beat. And I heard he's sitting at about 315 pounds right now. Now, the next update of the day, we have recent updates from Nick Walker. And this is the best rear leg spread I've ever seen Nick Walker hit. And improving this pose makes him even harder to beat at this year's Olympia, because Nick Walker didn't have many weak points, maybe just the front and the rear leg spreads in my personal opinion. Now, we all know Nick Walker isn't the most aesthetic guy, but this level of mass and conditioning just cannot be overlooked. A lot of new guys are coming in, having competed at the Olympia. They may have the nerves. This is going to be Nick Walker's second Olympia. Nick Walker is known for coming in condition. I think he's going to have a very good showing. But I think it's really going to come down to whether the judges are looking for more of a freak factor or more of an aesthetic look, or maybe a mix of both like Samson Dauda. These are updates of Samson Dauda from 4 weeks out of this year's Olympia, posted up today. Samson looks incredible. I don't think I've seen him look like this before. Now, still, I'm waiting for Samson to come in a little bit more conditioned. I think he just has thicker skin similar to a King Williams. He's definitely in great shape, but just not the same level of condition as maybe an Ian Valliere or a James Hollingshead. Now, speaking of James Hollingshead, we have a recent physique update from him. James is looking massive going into this year's Olympia, and I believe this may be his best showing of the year. And when James first announced he wasn't working with Patrick Tour anymore, I was a little bit worried. But just him working by himself and having Jordan Peters, trained by JP, take looks at him occasionally, James Hollingshead has had a very good season. And honestly, Tsunami and Arnold Classic were the two best showings of his career so far. Now, switching over to Hassan Mostafa, we have a recent physique update from him, a little bit over 2 weeks out from this year's Olympia. From looking at these updates, Hassan does look a little bit behind and also downsized. But Hassan does work with AJ Sims over at Cement Factory. I'm very confident in AJ's work, and I'm pretty sure Hassan will come in shape. Big fan of Cement Factory. Now, switching over to Classic Physique, we have a recent physique update from Terrence Ruffin, the second best Classic Physique athlete in the world. Will Terrence be able to push Chris Bumstead for that title this year? And a lot of people are actually saying that Chris Bumstead has a torn bicep and Terrence Ruffin may be able to get the edge on him this year. If you guys are curious about my opinions, I don't think Chris Bumstead has a torn bicep. But I'm looking forward to see Terrence on stage this year and also seeing the posing routine that he brings. He looks to me like he's going to come in better than what he was at this year's Arnold Classic. And in the next update of the day, we have a recent update from Ramon Dino, who was second at this year's Arnold Classic. And I'm pretty sure most people see it as Chris Bumstead and Terrence Ruffin first and second. And then Ramon Dino and Ernst Kalasinski, maybe even Breon Ainsley fighting it out for third. But do you guys think it's possible for any of those guys to leapfrog over Terrence Ruffin and place in second? Or is Terrence Ruffin safe going into this year's Olympia and locked in to fight for the title? Now, switching over to 212, we have a recent physique update from Kamal Elgargni. As I've been saying in almost every single video, I believe this is a new version of Kamal. I don't think we've ever seen this Kamal Elgargni before, and he's definitely going to fight for that title at this year's 212 Olympia. But will Kamal be able to overtake the giant killer Sean Clarita? When Kamal lost to Sean, he was the returning champ and improved. You almost never see a returning champ lose who comes in improved. Now, switching over to Keone Pearson, these are incredible updates, the best Keone Pearson has ever looked. And if you guys haven't seen my 212 prediction video, definitely go check that out. I have Keone Pearson finishing within the top 3 at this year's Olympia. I think he's really going to bring the conditioning. The shape and the structure is just unmatched in this division. And let's not forget, Keone is going to outpose every single guy in this lineup. Now, Keone, if you're watching this video, you have to go out there and kill it, or I'm going to look bad after the Olympia. Now, switching over to Yunlong, another guy I have doing very well at this year's 212 Olympia, top 4. Look at the quads on this guy. But honestly, Ping looks so crazy. If I didn't know, I would say he's competing in the open division. And last year, we had Nathan Epler making his 212 Olympia debut, taking top 5. This year, we're going to have Ping Yunlong making his Olympia debut, taking 4th. Now, switching over to Ahmad Ashkanani. And I'm already almost second guessing my predictions to put this guy in 7th place. This guy looks really, really good. One of the only knocks he's ever had is just he needs more separation in the quads, which I just don't think he can do. It's probably largely genetic. But taking a look at this side chest and this side tricep, the level of muscularity that this guy has is just unbelievable. He definitely could place higher than 7th. And ending this video here with the archive of the day, you guys let me know in the comment section below which legendary bodybuilder is this. As always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Krishan from Go Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.